find yourself juggling between things in life, and you're trying to solve this problem, you're trying to solve that problem, it's just never ending. You're like, why? And you're sitting there and you're trying to hold yourself together by being patient and, trying to be understanding. The unfortunate thing is you'll be tested all the time, and it's okay, because I discovered that you gotta let it go. You see, for the last week, I started to learn so much more about resilience and so much more about just letting things go. Stop trying to think that you can solve everything or you can do everything in life, because it's stressful, if you sit there and you're trying to solve so many things at once, and then you just can't seem to manage it. And that's a struggle that everyone goes through. You see, I struggle sometimes just trying to get people to understand simple things, and I find myself resolving other people's problems, and letting it get to me used to really bug me as a person, and I'd get much more upset or I react differently. And I discovered that, why am I allowing people's mistakes in life or people's incompetencies to affect me this way? And I realized that you just gotta learn to take it easy, and that's what I started to do. I just started taking it easy. I just stopped caring so much about, trying to get things done or being perfect. And a classic example, like lately I have an issue with a certain particular problem, and I'm trying to resolve it, and it's not even my problem, it's somebody else's problem that was created, and somebody else doesn't understand it, and I'm stuck in between both, trying to resolve something that they should have both done properly. And yet I find myself just setting this different tone in my mind, thinking, just let it go, because there's no point getting upset about it, there's no point getting frustrated or being reactive about it. Just some people are just the cause of your problems in life, but you just need to sit there and just look at it differently. And that's what I discovered. I mean, yesterday I was at a point where I was saying to myself, if this was me a couple of years back, I would have reacted this way, and I would have started, losing my temper and, getting frustrated, and then getting so stressed out, and then next thing I know, I'll be starting that same feeling of don't know how to explain, honestly. It's just too early today, and I thought I was getting better, and I'm getting better. I feel better, and I discovered what we need to do in life is to stay away from negative words. That's what I discovered. Stay away from negative words. You see, your mind does not understand what you're saying sometimes. And what do I mean by that? If you're sitting there talking about yourself, that how life is this and you hate this or you don't like this, it's that impact. I realized that we really need to truly stay away from it, because if it affects us as an individual, when we say things negative that hits us and affects us later on, what's it like when you're doing it to other people or others out there? And it's worse, right? So I discovered yesterday there's no point talking negative towards yourself, and that's why I think even talking negative to others just doesn't work, because it's not something you should be doing, especially if you're trying to look for self-improvement and improve you. And if I say, and if I've learned, that don't say negative things towards yourself, because it impacts you as a person. So that also applies to don't say negative things to others or about others, because that impacts not only them but you too. And these are things I've started to learn in life as I grow older, and it's a beautiful process, but yet a complicated one. It's like, I remember watching a video by Les Brown, which was talking about life challenges and so forth. And he makes so much sense that, in life he said it best. I couldn't say it because it doesn't belong to me, it belongs to Les Brown for him saying it. But I remember him saying that, you're either walking into a problem or you're just walking out of a problem or you're going to walk into the next problem. And that resonated because it's so true in life. I discovered that all my life, I'm either walking into a problem or I'm trying to solve a problem or I'm going to see another problem. It's just continuously non-stop. And one of the things I want to maybe share with you all out there, that in life, what you need to do is plan your life accordingly. And what do I mean by plan your life accordingly? There's certain things you need to make sure your children don't end up trying to resolve your problems. And that's something I wish I didn't have to do, that I'm solving other people's problems that doesn't belong to me. And it's just loss of time, and it's just frustration, and it's just, honestly, I don't know, because I'm sitting there solving problems that doesn't belong to me, and it's just other people's unfinished business, or other people's problems. And again, I would love to tell you who's in that, but again, this is not why I'm here. It's not why I'm here. I told you that you do not sit there and share your problems in life. And that's another thing I discovered, is your problems, because don't blast it on for others to hear or others to get involved, because it will cause conflict for you, it will cause more problems for you, and you'll discover that it's just something wrong in life. So if you're having problems with your spouse, wife, whatever, that's between you and your spouse only. Never ever share it with anybody else. And if I wanted to share it with somebody else, it would be either my parents or her parents. We sit down together like adults, and they're the best people to judge and help you through it. But friends and relatives, no, don't, because they don't have the best intentions for you, unfortunately. That's from my point of view, from my life experiences. They don't. They love to listen to your problems so they can gossip about your problems and then start ripping into you as a person and destroying you even more. So keep your stuff sacred to you. What happens between you and your spouse, do not, and I repeat, do not share with anybody. That's something you both need to sit down and discuss alone. And the key learning from that type of experience I went through in life is sometimes maybe you just need to set the scene differently. Maybe if you're in an environment that you can't sit there and have an eye-to-eye contact or have a heart-to-heart conversation, go somewhere else and change the scenery and then try it from there, And that's something I'm slowly starting to learn too. That's easier said than done, but sometimes, your ego comes in, or you know what it's like. You know what I'm saying, and we need to manage that. That's emotional feelings that we need to tap into and start to control. Start controlling your emotions. Don't let your emotions overtake you in life. That's what I discovered. Don't let your emotions overtake you. So, yeah, I know my voice is not my voice, and that's because I'm getting better. I'm in recovery, and it's okay. It's okay. You just gotta keep moving, keep going, and just remember, no matter what happens, you're not in it alone in life. Never ever feel like you're alone, or it's just life taking you through a beautiful journey that sometimes feels like it's not. But trust me, when you look back sometimes and thinking, how did I just waste so much hours of frustration and anger and just petty things? We make things that this big so big. Then you realize why. You should realize why. And that's what I discovered. The more I'm learning about life, the more I'm going through my journeys, different journeys in life, and I'm telling you, I'm resolving this problem that, had this been me 5-10 years ago, oh my God. But I thought, what, can I control it? No. Can I do anything about it? Maybe. So I'd start working that strategy, just keep trying and till I get there, I guess. But just take it easy, because I just haven't got time to sit there and burn energy or burn bridges or burn all out anger. That's a better thing I'm trying to explain. Anger will destroy you if you're not careful. So take control of your anger, take control of your emotions, and it's all tapped to emotions, all linked to how you feel and what you've been through in life and your experiences. Remember, it's a situation and not a life crisis. Don't make it feel like it's a life crisis. Take it from somebody that learned the hard way. And the more I look at every single problem I went through, problems I'm talking about, honestly, they could have been resolved so easy, but we as human beings allow emotions to get in, and it just makes it all worse, it just makes it all worse. Now, things that go wrong in life, these are all lessons you learn about the answer to why later on in life. That's all I can say for now. You learn later on in life. You won't understand it there and then, but trust me, when you start understanding it and seeing with a different point of view, changing the lens in life, it makes all sense. It makes a lot of sense. Need to stop these notifications, turn them all off. I'm getting fed up with these notifications and so forth. As I start to grow older and older, my patience are wearing thin, as in like not my patience. Let me say that again. I'm starting to get to a point where I just don't need so much distraction in life, not noise and so forth. And it's just, I don't know. I think it's getting old. Yeah, but I'm still young in my heart. I don't believe that I've even crossed the age of 33. But yet my mind feels like it's 80 years old. My body feels in between, stuck, torn. Anyway, let me let you go today and let you get back to what you're doing. And I do appreciate you watching. Thank you. It means a lot. And I hope you got something from this today and added some value. And I'll see you in the next one, I guess. I don't know. Who knows? You just never know with me. And by the way, YouTube's going to recommend you to watch something after this. Could be from my channel. Could be from somebody else's channel. Either way, if you've got nothing to do and you want to learn something new, YouTube's going to help you find that answer for you too. That's it. I'm out. I see you all. I'm not going to continue the word. Just take it easy.